Welcome back to the channel. This is Angelo Christmas and me documenting my journey to $20,000 per month with high ticket sales. So in today's video, it's going to be a recap of how the last week went and where I'm at in terms of my closing journey. So last week was quite a nice week for me in terms of my growth and what I've achieved so far. So I pretty much was going through the onboarding process for the offer. Lucky enough, I was able to skip most of it because I used to close on this offer and I'm not exactly like a new closer. So typically, from what I've heard, new closers have to wait like a couple of weeks or even up to a few weeks before they can start taking calls. But luckily for me, I was able to get on the calendar within the next few days of actually starting the onboarding process, which was nice. So I started the week off. The first sort of milestone to hit was 10 calls taken, and the goal was to close at least two calls for me to continue taking calls uh, and just keep my calendar open. If I didn't close two calls, it'll just be like a review of my calls where I can improve what I can like work on before I continue taking more calls. But I ended the week off with 10 total calls taken. I was doing like two or three a day. There was quite a few no shows, so I had to then open my calendar up again until I actually took 10 calls. So my I closed two deals from the 10 people I spoke to, and I generated $4,000 with one sale, and the other sale was $379. The one for $379 was an international client, so there wasn't any financing options for her, and she couldn't afford the original program I pitched her, which was $3,000. But she was able to make it work for $379, so I still got her over the line with that, which is good. So on paper, I got two calls, which is a 20% close rate. Not that good. I mean, it's decent. It's like the minimum close rate I should be at, but according to my standard, I wanted to obviously get much higher as I continue taking calls on the offer. Now, aside from what's on paper, there were also three or four people that failed finance, meaning that they wanted to do it, they were ready to do it. I was taking them through the financing options, and they didn't get approved to finance the payment. And those sales total like $8,000 in sales that I like lost out on because their credit score wasn't good, and they didn't actually have any money to put down and pay it off with their own money, which was a bummer. But at the end of the day, no point complaining about it or saying, "Oh, it was technically still a win." Like, yes, technically it is, but on paper, I only closed two deals, and there was still a handful of other people I spoke to, which, I feel like they were closable, but I wasn't able to get them over the line. So there's still a lot of work I need to do as well to get to the level that I want to be at. So, but at the end of the day, my first week, first 10 calls are closed too. And I actually closed my last sale. The 10th call was the second one I closed, which was pretty nice. I was relieved because I was like, I wasn't looking forward to 10 calls gone and not closing two. So the fact that I did close that one, I was really proud of that. And I'm pretty much at a point where, those calls that I did take, I did a really good job with them, on most of them. There was some that I had a hard time with, not gonna lie. Like some people that didn't really have a lot of weight to lose and weren't really opening up as much as I was trying to get them to, which is my fault at the end of the day. I need to get better at the type of questions I'm asking and them actually speaking about their problems, even if they aren't huge problems. So yeah, but two deals closed out of 10, pretty good. And now I'm looking forward to the rest of this week. So now that I've closed my first two deals, I can be on the calendar pretty much full time now. So, which is exciting, because the more volume I do, the more deals I'm going to close, the more people I'm going to help, and the more money I'm going to make, which is something I'm extremely excited about. It's the 14th of April making this video, so we're halfway through the month. And even though we're halfway through the month, I'm still confident that this can be my biggest month in high ticket sales because last month I made $5,500, and I feel I can definitely surpass that by the end of this month. And then next month hit at least 10K minimum, if not my big goal of 20K. But that's the plan, and that's where we're at the moment. And yeah, journey is going good. I'm extremely proud of my progress. It's something I've been working extremely hard on for a long time. So it's really it's really nice to finally start to see the outcome start to play out. All the time I knew I was growing internally. I knew that I was getting closer to the goal, but it's only like more so recently where I'm actually seeing the growth externally, by the money I'm making and that sort of stuff. So it's extremely rewarding, to know that all that hard work is paying off. And I know that in the very, very near future, I'm going to hit 20K per month, which is incredible. I can't wait for that. And I can't wait to be able to share that on this channel with whoever's watching this as a source of inspiration to know that you can also achieve your goals no matter where you start in life. And no matter what setbacks you face, you have the power to change your life at any point, you know. So the sooner you start to realize that and accept that you are in control of your life and everything that happens to you is your fault, good or bad. No matter what happens to you in life, even if it's a bad thing that no one likes, whatever the case may be, you lose someone in your life, or, you lose your job, or something terrible happens where, no matter the case, everything is your fault. It's still up to you to make it work. So the sooner you take that ownership, the sooner you accept that, the sooner your life is going to get better. Because then you now know it's not about what happens to you externally. It's about what you decide to do with those external factors. That determines the outcomes you get in your life. It's not about what happens to you. It's about what you do about the things that happen to you. So just keep that in mind moving forward. Whenever you face any challenges, any sort of setbacks, just know that it's part of the journey. And a nice way I like to see it as is, every single time I go through bad moments in my life, or, quote unquote setbacks in my life, I just see it as part of the journey. In those moments, in my darkest moments, I was still able to smile through it because I knew that in 5 years' time, I'll look back and be proud of those moments that I've been through. I'll look back and be proud of the journey that I went through and the growth that I experienced during those hard times. So whenever you're experiencing bad times in your life, just picture yourself 5, 10 years from now, overcoming those challenges, living the life you want and desire, and know that it's just going to be a story that you can tell one day. However, the key is you need to actively be working towards the life you desire. There's no point doing all this if you're not actively working towards the life you want and actively working on achieving that life through your inputs on a daily basis, through how you spend your time. Where is your attention going? Is it going on time? Is it going to something that's not benefiting you, like Netflix or partying or drinking or wasting time? Is it going to that, or is it actually going to something that's going to make you better? Even if it's just 1%, something that's going to help you become the man you want to be, help you achieve the goals you want to achieve. And in my opinion, if you're not happy with where you are in life right now, every single waking hour you spend should be dedicated to doing whatever you can to get out of that situation. And the cold truth is, if you're not spending every single waking hour doing that, and you're deciding to do something that's not benefiting you and not serving you, then you're actively choosing to accept that reality of you not having the things you want in life. So keep that in mind whenever you're dealing with hard times. Yes, you might be feeling like shit. You might be upset. You might be angry at the world. But what you still need to remember is that no one is coming to save you. It's still up to you to fix that, especially as a man. So thank you for watching this video. Hope that helped. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. If you made it this far, please drop a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm excited to get one step closer to hitting those 20K months with high ticket sales. If you would like to follow my journey a little bit closer, make sure to follow me on social media. My links will be down below. And I wish you have an amazing week. Stay safe. Smash your goals. Make yourself proud.